In the last video, I showed you how you can use these layers up here to create different line types. Now let's say you start a drawing from scratch. So you don't use my border. Instead, you go to start and you do a drawing, start a drawing from like scratch. So just click here, you start a drawing, and you have this grid. I'm just going to eliminate the grid down here by clicking on this. Notice in this case, there are no layers. Well, let's go back to my imperial border that I created. We'll just click on it. We have several layers I created. So you're always welcome to use my imperial with the layers. But if you want to start from scratch and create your own layers, let's go back to start. I'm drawing one, we'll go back here. And you don't have any layers, I am going to show you now how to create the layers. Okay, so the first thing you do is you click on this little icon here, right over here, layer properties. So you click on the layer properties, and another screen is going to appear. On this screen, you can create a new one by clicking right here. You can create a new layer. So I'm just going to click there, and then I can call it whatever I want. So I can call it maybe dashed for dashed lines. So we're going to create a dashed line layer. Now over here, I can pick the color of that layer. So I click here. I can pick whatever color I want. There's so many colors to pick. Maybe I'll just pick yellow for this one. I'll hit OK. Then I can change the type, the line type here. I can click on here, and I can load more. So instead of these, you can load more. You can go looking in here for a dashed line. So you go looking until you find a dash that you liked. Maybe I'll take dash this one here, dash 2. I'll go OK. And I still have to pick it. Then I go OK. Over here it tells you how thick do you want it. So how thick do you want it to be printed? So here you can pick the thickness. So maybe that one's 0.2. Maybe the first one here, maybe that 0.1 I'll make thicker. So click on this, I can make it thicker like that. Here you can lock them, or you can say, hey, don't print that layer or print it. That's what that's for. Now let's create another one. So I'm going to show you one more. We'll create a center line. So I'll go here, create one more. I'll call it center. I don't want it yellow, so I'm going to change the color right there. I'll pick maybe red for that one. I'll go OK. I'll pick a center line here, so it's not here, so I'm going to load some over here. I'm going to come down, pick this center. I'll pick the 0.5. I'll go OK. And then I'll make sure I pick the center too. Then I'll go OK. And I want it probably the same thickness as that. I've got 1, 2, 3. I'll make one more. So again, you go here. I'll make one last one. I'll just call it a crazy layer. I'll make something crazy. Okay. We'll pick some color that I probably never use. Maybe I doubt I'll use these orange kind of. You might use it, but I don't think I'll ever use it. I'll pick that. And over here, instead of center, let's load and let's see if there's something interesting that we can use. Let's keep going through. Oh, there's a batting. Let's see what else. Let's see if I can find some. There's a gas line you can use, HW. Let's use the zigzag. So I'll pick the zigzag. I'll click on the zigzag, and I'll go OK. Now let's take a look what we've done. Let's go back to our drawing. So we're going to X this. If you want to come back to this, you can always click on layer properties, come back. You can click on one of these and delete them if you want. You can hit the delete key or the X over here to remove them. Okay, there's a new layer. There's delete layer right there if you want. Okay, so let's go back. Let's see what we created. First, we'll draw our first line using the 0 layer. Okay, now we'll switch. While we're in the line command, we'll switch to another layer. We'll switch to the center layer. Let's see what it does. Oh, it creates a red line, which is a center line. We'll go to the crazy layer next. Oh, wow, it creates a zigzag line. And then we'll switch over to the dash layer where it creates a dashed line as you move through. Now, if you want to change the size, I will show you right here. You can type the word LTS, line thickness scale. Okay, you can type it there. You can type it anywhere on the screen. And now let's change the LTS. So I'll go line thickness scale, LTS. You hit enter after you do it. Oh, let's try that again, LTS. There it is, line thickness scale, hit enter. Let's put 2, enter. Now it makes them more spread out. Let's try again, LTS, enter. Let's go 0.2. Now they're still dashed, they're still centered, but they're a lot smaller. You have to zoom in to see them. Again, let's try LTS. Let's make them 4. Here you can barely make out the zigzags and the dash because they're not spread out as much. Okay, and that's it for this video.